Magicians have an amazing ability to trick the world, and some of the most famous illusions are the ones toughest to figure out. That's why we all have the curiosity to figure out what's behind the curtain. So, be it the famous Assistant's Revenge or Ben Hart turning a small paper into an egg. Hello and welcome back, and today we are going to unlock the secrets behind the most famous magic tricks of all time. So, let's get started. The first trick, the egg illusion. Now, this one's a very interesting trick performed by none other than Ben Hart, a magician on Britain's Got Talent. To start off the trick, he brings a glass filled with small pieces of confetti, with names of different objects written by the audience members on each small piece of paper, and hand it over to him prior to the trick. Then he takes out a waving fan and starts pouring the pieces of confetti one by one onto that waving fan. Obviously, most of the pieces flew away, but he managed to catch one piece of confetti on the fan, and then asked Simon to reveal the object written on it, which turns out to be an egg. He then takes back the paper and puts it onto the fan. After bouncing that paper up and down a few times, the paper magically starts expanding and transforms into an egg. Finally, he pours the egg's contents into a glass, thus leaving the judges and the audience members totally bamboozled. So, how did he manage to turn a small piece of paper into an egg? Well, here's the secret. Now, this one involves two parts. The one where he catches that small paper, and the other one where he turns that paper into an egg. Now, for the first part, the piece of paper that revealed the name egg on it was already stuck to the fan prior to him taking out the fan and waving it around. Here you can see that, while waving the fan, the side of the fan where the paper was stuck is hidden from the judges and the audience. So this confirms the first part where he just pretends to catch that piece of paper, and thus the name egg was forced upon Simon. Now, coming to the transformation into an egg, there were different explanations that came out after the performance, with some saying that the egg was in fact made from egg skin, thereby making it inflatable when Ben waved the fan. There's another group of viewers who say that the paper was actually made out of a helium balloon, which expands into the shape of an egg. Anyways, there was, in fact, a gimmick used for this part of the trick. And the gimmick was that Ben used a fake egg made from latex, and the gimmick name is Latex Egg Gimmick, which you can find out in magic stores around you. So now, the trick becomes easy to figure out. After Ben takes that paper from Simon, he switches the paper with that gimmick prop, which is basically an egg-shaped prop, which you can fold and hold it to look flat, and if you release and hit it, it will come back to the shape automatically. So, obviously this is exactly what he did to turn it into an egg. But wait! The egg you're looking at is not a real one and is only something that looks like an egg. So to make this act look perfect, at some point, he switches that gimmick egg with an actual egg in a sleight of hand. And this is where the camera cuts or the off-camera movements come into play, which we don't actually get to see. Finally, he cracks open the egg and pours its content into the glass to finish this pretty impressive trick, which baffles everyone around. The second trick, the High-Tech Twins Magic Act. Tony and his twin brother Jordan once performed an amazing magic trick that brought the America's Got Talent judges and the audience to their feet. Their act combined together the power of magic and technology. Here's what they did. Tony began the trick by stepping behind a giant screen he'd brought onto the stage. Then all of a sudden, he appears on the screen. On screen, he splits himself into two, making the audience realize that they are not just looking at Tony, but also his identical twin brother Jordan. From there on, Tony and Jordan worked together on stage to perform some amazing cool interactive stuff on the screen, as you can see here. Well, before revealing the secret, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get instant notifications of our new video uploads. Now, let's quickly get to the secret. Now, the interactive stuff of the act is quite obvious to understand. They just have a video playing on the big screen, and the twin brothers don't really interact with the screen or affect what's happening on it. Before this act, they had practiced quite hard to make sure exactly what they need to do on stage, thus creating the illusion that they are interacting with the screen. So they perform a lot of tricks in a very short time, and we'll figure out these following key tricks. Turning napkins into a red dress. After the girl appears on the screen, Tony and Jordan shoot red napkin-like cloth at her. The red napkin flies to the screen and becomes a red dress on that girl. How is this done? Well, they don't really shoot the napkin at her. The real napkin actually disappears into their sleeves as soon as they let go of them with one hand. This is done using a gimmick called Gecko, which pulls the napkin using elastic bands inside their sleeves. At the exact same moment, two red cloths appear on the screen, fly towards the girl, and transform into a dress. Basically, everything happens on screen. All Tony and Jordan have to do is release the napkins at the right moment to create the visual illusion that they are shooting the napkins onto the screen. Lighting up the bulb. Tony never lit that bulb up. It was just the video playing on the screen which made the illusion of the bulb lighting up. Also, you can see how he gets rid of that bulb behind this bookshelf. The balloon illusion. At one point, Jordan takes a yellow balloon and hands it over to the girl on the screen. If you look at the video closely, you can actually see the balloon in his hand exploding and the pieces falling to the floor. This explains how he makes that balloon disappear by popping it up. At the same time, the balloon appears in the on-screen video. The twin girls appearing on stage. If we pause the video here, you can see this small cupboard to the right side of the screen where the girls are actually hiding. Before they appear, you can also see how Jordan conceals the view with the blanket, which enables the girls to crawl from behind the cupboard towards the middle of the stage to finally reveal the twins. So finally, one of the most famous tricks on our list, the famous Assistant's Revenge. Now, you must be wondering, what does Assistant's Revenge mean? Well, it's a well-known classical trick which has been around for many years, and to really understand the meaning behind the name, let's first look at how the act works. The Assistant's Revenge is a famous transposition illusion, in which the two performers change places on stage. The inventor of this trick is the famous magician named Robert Harbin. To start the trick, the two performers, i.e. the magician and her assistant, enter the stage. The magician then introduces a tall frame-like structure with a number of restraint belts and a wrist and neck stock attached. The assistant is now placed in a standing position in that large frame and is secured with straps, chains, and locks. Finally, the stock is placed around the assistant's neck and hands. Also attached to the top of the frame is a curtain. The magician then circles the frame and starts pulling a curtain first across the front and then around one side and the back in one continuous circular motion. But wait! Almost as soon as the magician disappears behind the frame, it is no longer the magician pulling the curtain, but now we see the assistant. She then pulls the curtain open, and this now reveals the magician restrained in the frame. The magician and the assistant seem to have magically changed places. Well, now you know why this act is called Assistant's Revenge, which means that the assistant is gaining revenge for all the other tricks they do where the assistant is put inside a box. So, how do they change places in such a quick time? Well, here's the secret. Some of you must be thinking that the straps, the locks, or the headstock which the magician uses to secure her are all gimmicks and can be easily unlocked, but that's not true. The straps, the stocks, and the locks are all real. So how do they switch places then? Well, the secret here lies in that tall frame where the girl is tied into. The frame is actually made up of two parts, the front and the back, and from here you can see the two parts are held onto each other by Velcro strips or some other form of adhesive which can be easily separated. So once the magician pulls the curtain and hides the view, at the back of the frame, the girl releases the joint and swings open the back of the frame and steps out. At that exact moment, the magician makes his way into the frame and joins the two frames while her assistant escapes out and continues pulling the curtain. This creates the illusion as if the performers had magically switched places in such a quick time. So guys, hope you got the secrets behind the most famous magic tricks of all time. Which trick did you like the most? The high-tech twins act, the egg trick, or the famous Assistant's Revenge? Let us know in the comments below. Do like and share this video with your friends on social media. For more such amazing things, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And finally, thanks for watching.